Oh, hello, Garo. Hello, Garo.
Well, then what did I say?
Fuck you mean,
The
nuh-uh?
weather sucks.
Alright. So, who wants to recap what happened last time?
You.
Okay, I suppose I will.
I think
It
Taylor
has been a
should
while
do it.
since you did recap.
No, make Taylor do it.
No. Last time we left off, you guys had gone further on your journey from the actual dilapidated castle bit that you guys decided to fuck off from because it's scary.
Yes. A note has been made in the notebook, though, that we will return. It has been marked on the map.
Exactly. And you guys proceeded to make your way onto the main road and spend a couple of days' travel moving forward, mostly uneventful, except for an instance towards the end of it on your most recent day of travel that ended with a new companion joining you. An elvish individual who has literally fallen out from the trunk of a tree, seemingly straight from the Feywild, or so she says, to join you on your journey, as she has a journey of her own and currently lacks suitable protection and companions. So she joins. A couple hours later, you guys bed down for the night and reawaken in the morning, ready to continue on towards Dalago Delay.
Adventure! Also, I am quite literally taking a bite out of the mushroom cap. Is it edible?
I don't know, Cap, is it?
Hmm?
It's... Oh, parts of it are.
If cooked properly.
I don't remember what kind of mushroom it is. Maybe don't eat the stem.
So you go,
the image you provided?
you go ahead and you go ahead and you take a bite out of it, and it's a strange rubbery leather exterior, and kind of like a dog trying to tear into a pillow. You do manage to bite a chunk off, and it's almost gooey inside.
Needs to be cooked.
And like the outside, it smelled fine. It's not like it smelled appetizing, but it didn't smell bad. As soon as it's popped open, there's almost like a small puff of spores, and it smells like honey for a moment. And then it smells like you are nose deep in a dragon's ass.
I would not know what that experience is like. Do go on with the details, Justin.
It is a horrendous stench of this kind of mixture of corpses, congealed blood, and fecal matter.
Huh.
How do you know this?
He's been in one.
Yeah, that is the correct answer there.
We don't talk about we don't talk about what I go through to make the lore of my world.
What was the dragon's name again, Justin? And did you have her permission? Was it consensual?
Yes, and yes.
Okay, so she was named yes?
Yes, but it's like Y-E-S, and then like an S with an umlaut above it.
Okay, so it's yes.
But it's pronounced yes.
Okay.
How do you spell yes? Y-E-S.
Yeah, no,
Okay, what is E-Y-E-S? E-S.
Draig goes from momentarily enjoying the bite to immediate revulsion and spits it out.
And obviously you all witnessed that.
Could have seen that one.
I just make a face like.
Mitch, it smelled worse than when you throw a donkey in water.
Why would you throw a donkey in the water?
Have you never bathed your donkey?
No, I have. Never threw him.
Well, Bertrand hated getting wet, so I had to throw him in the water plenty of times.
Just like you.
I bathe regularly.
Have not seen you do it since.
Yeah, since we left, where we hadn't had opportunity.
I bathed.
I bathed in the river when I wandered off for that 4-hour period.
I think the proper term is... I think stewed yourself in that river.
I used soap.
When do you carry soap on you, Draig?
Alright.
You can make a rudimentary soap from trees and the green droppings from the spiky trees.
Uh-huh. And you had all that time to do that.
I was taking a small break, cleaned myself.
Okay. Shall we continue forward then?
Yes.
Another day or two's travel. How many days are left in the travel?
So, just going by this, we're looking at...
A day.
That's... Hold on.
I mean,
so
we're on day
1,
3 or 4.
2,
Out of a
3...
1-week journey.
On day 4, you'll get there. So you guys have 4 more days left.
Shall we fast forward through 4 days?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
We
we
travel
can.
at fast pace.
Is there anything important that you guys want to get done or attempts to get done during the 4 days?
Are we on the path that went past our old cart?
You guys are back on the main road, so yes.
So...
Is it possible that we've run into our the party that we sent from the area the city that we came from to here? Or would we be running into them here is what I should ask.
Hold on, repeat from the beginning. What?
They're
the
3
party of
days
people
ahead of
we-
us.
No, they were a day ahead of us. At most.
No,
Who
because we
was?
stayed at the camp.
Oh yeah. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Forget what he was asking.
Oh,
In other words.
okay.
All right.
The carriage, the cart, rather, the blown up carts, the leftover stuff inside of it that we couldn't carry, is it still there?
So that's still a little bit closer because remember you guys were 1 day out. You got blown up and you went back and you're like, Alacane, how?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was going to be able to ask you. I didn't know we were... Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, when you guys ended up going past it initially, as in like on your way to there, then yes, you saw it. But that was also like weeks ago.
No, I was meaning like on the way back, like when we hit the day. That's my question.
Gotcha. My apologies. Okay.
I mean, I'm still just looking out for any fucking straggling orcs or scouts or any bullshit, because we were told there are more.
Right, and
No.
so far you don't seem to have run into them.
Are we rolling for the 4 days?
We're just gonna rapid fire some D20s. I have a DC in my head for if something happens, and we'll take it from then.
Oh god.
I'm rolling one.
All right, someone roll one for the first day. Okay. So, you guys managed to make it about another day, and you guys actually begin to see. It's not like it's right in front of your face, but you see figures that are kind of in the periphery of the woods that are just dashing around. Like you see glimpses of them. They're always about 50 to 100 feet away. They're not really close, but you just kind of notice them for about an hour or two of the day.
Do you think I could catch a better glimpse of one?
Give me a perception check. You do notice that they are distinctively kind of like, you don't know if it's the clothes or the skin, but they're distinctively like green, kind of green-yellow in color. And the way that they run, it's almost as if they just disappear between trees. They don't seem...
know that this anyway.
They don't seem like they're, like, running at you or away from you. You're not even sure if they even realize you're there. But you notice, I want to say, probably total of about 20 throughout those about hour or two.
Not a single one of them stopped and looked at us.
As far as you could tell, no. They seemed like they were very mobile and very quick. You only saw them for like instants at a time. I'll say go ahead and give me, I'll say either a nature or an arcana check.
Both are pretty fucking shit. Fucking arcana. Hey.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Damn, Mitch. I thought you
It
said they
takes
were
you-
pretty fucking shit.
It takes you a little bit of trying to piece it together. Your best estimation is either groups of druids that are kind of like a tree striding around, or dryads that are tree striding around. But you know that dryads are normally tied to a single tree, so you're not entirely sure. You know there's definitely magic about, and more than likely it's tree stride. You're just not sure what creatures are using it.
Okay. I just keep that information to myself.
Alright. But other than that, the day is mostly uneventful. Nothing decides to punch your cart in the face.
Yay.
Who wants to do the roll for the second day?
Me. I want to do it.
Go ahead. 6.
Could be
Guys managed to
good,
get,
could be bad. Who knows?
you guys managed to get another day of travel. And again, an event occurs. In this instance, you guys managed to come across what looks to be a burgeoning homestead. Looks like someone has begun to build some sort of house here towards the clearing of this kind of like forested area. And you see it's this larger kind of half-orc fella who's very much muscling around some wood. House looks like it's maybe only like 3 or 4 days into construction. But it looks like to be just him, as far as you can see.
Wait, he's building a house?
Looks like it. You see he's kind of muscling around wooden logs and he's tying together, doing a bit of sawing. But it's very much not a house yet. But you can tell it's going to be a building of some sort.
Is this the half-orc that we came across on our first day of travel, leaving the city? That was in the hut?
Give me a perception check, unless you guys are going to go over.
I'm gonna do the perception check first. Anybody want to give me... Okay.
Did you already roll?
Draig, you go ahead and do yours as well.
Does anyone want to give me advantage or guidance or anything?
I can guidance.
God damn.
You got max roll on gold?
Did not get max roll, but
Near max roll.
16 plus 4 for perception plus 4 for guidance.
Yep.
So Drake, you are able to see that it is looks like to be the same half orc.
Alright.
Mitch, you just see that it's a half orc that's muscling stuff around. He looks pretty well built, but he also looks tired, probably from building a house.
Mitch, he's the same one from earlier on in the trip.
Refresh my memory.
We came across him in his little shack.
I don't recall. I seem to be missing that part of my memory.
You can't blame the Alzheimer's, Mitch.
Fuck you.
When we were first leaving the town.
Yes, you stating multiple times when it happened isn't reminding me.
We should go say hi.
I think we need to keep moving for now.
We can. It would be like a, hey, how you doing? And then keep going.
Okay, start yelling.
I mean, I can move faster than the cart, so I'll just go and return.
What did I miss? What's happening?
It's the half-orc from when we first started our journey to the town that we just helped.
Hold on, and we've taken a couple long rests, so let me rest.
Yes.
What about this orc?
This half-orc is the one from the beginning of our journey to help the town that we just helped. The one that we found in that cabin in the woods.
I don't remember this.
But I will pop out of the cart and head over.
Alright. Draig hops the curb and starts running towards the half-orc. You're able to get a decent chunk close to him before he actually notices you.
Yeah.
At which point he puts the log down, and instinctively reaches for what looks to be a hatchet on his hip.
Yeah, that's fine.
Before he laxes a little bit and seems more confused.
I'm going to keep the spells I already had prepared.
That's fine.
I'm going to go ahead and give him a wave.
He gives a little bit of a wave back and begins to approach you.
You moving or doing repairs?
Well, I got kicked out, so kind of building something more of my own.
You wanna come back to town with us for now?
I'm good. I actually kind of like this spot.
Alright. Need anything?
Alright, I should be good, but I do appreciate the offer.
Alright.
I've actually got myself a friend who's actually around here somewhere. He kind of looks around.
Nice.
Can I? Oh wait, I'm not there. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a quick look around. Nothing for an active check, but like a just kind of a. Is he going crazy, or is there actually someone here?
You look around, and a moment later, you kind of hear like a very quick rustle in a bush before something shoots out, and it takes a moment. It takes only a moment for you to realize that it looks to be some sort of a hawk that flies out and grips onto his shoulder, and you see now that it's a pretty big hawk, and it seems at first you think it's decorated with like war paints and like things, but it looks like that's just the coloration of some of its feathers, and its beak goes from kind of like this tannish color down to this deep red towards the curved tip. It's a pretty strange looking hawk on it, honestly.
It's a beautiful bird you got there.
Yeah. He found me while he was, I don't know, hunting something. I decided to pick up here. Something told me it was a good spot to stay here.
Looks like you got yourself a, well, I would say angel, but this is clearly a hawk looking over your shoulder for you.
Seems like it. Killed me a deer the other day.
Nice.
Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep him around. He kind of pets him.
I would too. But can't stay for too much longer, so I'm glad to see you're doing okay, and if you ever find yourself in Dalago, come look us up.
Will do.
And I'm gonna start my way back to the car.
Alright, you go ahead and you start way back to the cart. Kind of have to run a little bit more to catch up, and you hop back into the cart.
I don't mind giving a full dash to catch up.
Yep. You sprint straight up at the cart, take a long jump, and boom, you're in.
Mhm.
Alright.
I'll relay the message that he's doing okay and has himself a new friend.
Thumbs up.
Alright, and who wants to roll for the third day? Alright.
So hates us today.
So you guys managed to make it about half the distance by the time your cart breaks down.
Oh no!
It would probably take the better part of the rest of the day to repair it.
How much of it broke? Can I mend it?
That would be including the mending.
Oh, okay.
It's
Now, what
mostly
if
the
I-
fact that
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
So what if I were to help her with the mending?
I would say that you would be able to get back up and on the road to do maybe another 2 or so hours by the time, because your cart mostly breaks down in the fact that a couple of different bits kind of crack in general. So it's finding the cracks, making sure that it's sturdy and doesn't break again. So it's almost more repairing and reinforcing. So the repair part doesn't take all that long after you've located the breaks.
I'm actually gonna do
The reinforcing it to make sure it doesn't break again
this.
takes a little bit.
Alrighty.
But you guys managed to get halfway with that day.
I mean, these carts
Alright,
were
that's
fairly
good.
cheap, or the ballistic cart at least was fairly cheaply made. That's likely the one that decided to shit the bucket.
More than likely, considering that you put a massive fucking ballista on it.
Yeah.
Alright. Who wants to go ahead and give me the, 5th day?
I shall.
4th day. 4th day.
I have not rolled yet.
Go ahead.
6.
6.
I feel like we've seen that number before.
I know.
You guys managed to make it to the point where you guys see Dalago in the distance. You guys can push on, I would say, an extra 2 hours. Of course, they would take checks, but you guys can push on 2 hours to get there. You'd get there the equivalent of about 10 or 11 at night. But you managed to get there, and you find more people are kind of camped outside of it, even at this distance.
How far outside of it are they camped?
Currently, you guys are about another 2 hours away.
Okay. I mean, we could push those 2 hours. I don't mind doing the drive for it.
Yeah. I mean, as long as... Yeah, because we should be safe once we're inside of Dalago Delay. So even if we fail our checks, since some of us are not hardy as the rest, but...
Yep.
It's half a sleep cycle for me. I'm good.
I do not mind.
I don't mind either.
Where's the accent coming?
I do not mind.
I do not mind.
Sorry, my throat was not wanting to allow me to properly push air out.
So we doing the do?
No.
You guys are pushing on for an extra 2 hours, or what are you doing?
Yeah, we're pushing on.
Get us to
Alright.
the city.
So
Alright,
everyone, go ahead and give me. We're gonna go one at a time, but I'm going to need Constitution checks.
Oh, fuck.
Checks or saves?
Checks.
Oh.
Who wants to go first?
Not at nosies.
All right, Mitch is good.
Nice. I'll go next,
Next
I
one.
guess.
Alright.
And it's check.
Yep.
Normal. 18.
Alright.
Go back to his. Totally not procrastinating.
Alright.
Got
And
Mushroom's health.
lastly, Elena,
Fuck.
I need your constitution check.
Ooh.
All right.
You should roll one for Kun'Brin.
I will go ahead and I will roll one for Kun'Brin. Constitution check. Regular. 3.
Oh.
Kun'Brin is exhausted.
Question.
What's
Is
up?
it lesser restoration or greater restoration that gets rid of exhaustion?
It's greater restoration.
Okay. I cannot
Reading
help
the
you.
spell explains the spell.
Alright, I looked at Kun'Brin and Elena. I cannot help you.
It's fine.
He lies down on the floor of the cart and seems almost content there.
Yeah, that is a Kun'Brin thing.
Alright. And then the second hour, I'm going to need the same thing.
Alrighty. In the same order? Shall we roll?
Sure. No, no.
Mitch, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Where's my
Elfain.
Alrighty.
That just means my ability checks are a disadvantage, yeah?
Yep. Elfain, you're good.
Yay! I thought I was gonna fail.
Draig, you're good. Elena,
Fuck!
Oof. Oh boy.
that is 1 point of exhaustion.
I thought I had one already.
No, you did not, because the DC was 11.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
succeeded by 1. The first time.
Kun'Brin,
I'm
it's a second point of
feeling
exhaustion.
I'm feeling very eepy.
Alright, so
You're
Kun'Brin,
feeling oh so eepy.
You know what would
Yes.
be
2
Hold on, do I have the
points
material?
of exhaustion.
Yep.
And Elena has 1 point. I'm
So-
keeping notes.
What are our
Which,
rules of
as-
material
as-
needing when it comes to spell casting?
You're going to need either a focus or you're going to need the materials.
I have a focus. I have a druidic focus. So am I good?
Yeah. Depending on if the component that you need has a cost or is consumed,
Yes, to both.
then you cannot use your focus for that. You will need the physical. You will need the items.
Anyone got some diamond dust on them?
I might actually have some diamond dust on me. Cause I'm pretty
If you're looking
sure.
if you're looking to take away your exhaustion, you can just sleep it off.
You know what? Night.
I don't. Oh, inventory.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm Fae. Not Fae. I meditate.
You
You're
meditate, but you still snore. So, for reference, 1 point of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks. Actually, you know what? This is actually a good chance to try and bring it up. Are we going to use regular exhaustion, or are we going to use 1 D&D exhaustion?
What's 1 D&D exhaustion?
1 D&D exhaustion makes it so that you get -1 for each point of exhaustion that you have to attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws, and spell save DCs.
I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna need you to repeat that. I was blowing my nose and could not hear you.
Oh my god, you're the one who asked the question.
I am the one who asked the question.
Alright, so, essentially, the biggest thing is that instead of 6 levels of exhaustion, there are 10 levels of exhaustion. But they don't do weird special things. You just get -1 to attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws, and spell save DCs for each point of exhaustion you have.
Alright, so
No,
that
my
was
question-
-1 to attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws?
Saving throws and spell save DCs.
Those and save DCs. And whereas the other one, it changes each level, but what's the... I guess...
Essentially, the way that it is now with exhaustion regularly, 1 point gives you disadvantage on ability checks, 2 points halves your speed, 3 gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, 4, your hit point maximum is halved, 5, your speed is reduced to 0.
And 6
And
you
if you get-
die.
Yeah, at 6 you die.
I think I like the 1D&D exhaustion rules better, but I'll leave it up to the group.
If you get to 11 points of exhaustion with 1 D&D rules, you die.
Alright.
My
11.
question is now, do we still just get them one at a time?
Oh
yes,
yeah.
you would still get
Alright.
them one at a time.
Alright, still one at a time. And,
Unless
and
something gives you points of exhaustion as like a damage type instead.
I thought we agreed a while ago we were going to do 1D&D.
I don't remember
it
if
sounds
we did.
familiar. I think we did.
It was when we were doing multiple of the decisions.
Yeah.
When it starts the first piece of the body.
Then so it shall be.
Yeah. And you lose 1 point with a rest, right?
With a long rest.
Alright,
yes.
with a long rest.
But you're Elfin, so you're cheating the system.
I'm only
I
half
mean, you're
elven.
cheating the system. You still have to take a long rest. It's just 4 hours for you.
I'm only
Cheating the system.
I'm only half elf. I need full rest. 8 hours.
Peasant. No. Alright, well I am having an EP in the back of the cart currently.
Yeah. I do think I forgot to tell you last session, but I'm a half wood elf.
Yes, I remember. I thought half elves still have trans.
No, they do not.
No.
Cringe. Alright.
Yeah, I'm keeping notes.
So we arrive in the city,
Yep. Around
Well-
10 or so at night.
the outskirts of the city at the, are we in the gates or at the gates?
But by the time you get towards the end of that second hour, you are within the gates.
Alright.
Alright.
Question.
What's up?
When passing by the groups camped outside,
Yeah.
were they guards? Were they the people we sent? What's going on there?
So with there, it looks like it's a bunch of different groups that have set up various amounts of like camps, whether it be a rinky-dink little thing where it's just a little fire and like some sleeping bags. Some
Yeah.
of them almost look like fully set, kind of like tents, like sets of tents.
Alright.
And there's kind of everything in between. It's not like there's a horde of people, but
Yeah.
a good amount. Almost as if people are flocking here.
I'll pop off the cart and trust everybody to get back to our factory safe and sound.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna approach one of the guards at the gate.
Alright, you go and you approach one of the guards.
Hey,
Current,
I don't bring on with all of that.
I don't know, it's travelers. They're coming from places. I guess they're just coming here because it's the biggest spot on the map.
Did any of them arrive as refugees from... Tyler is drawing a blank on the name of the city we were just at.
Libertaria.
From
Yeah,
Libertaria?
Libertalia.
My shift started like 3 hours ago. I ain't got a clue.
Right, come find me when you get off and I'll buy you an ale.
I'll pass. You're a handsome man, but I'll pass.
No, I mean as in, not like that, asshole. I meant as in for your troubles of me harassing you.
You hardly harassed me. I appreciate the gesture, but you don't need to buy me a drink.
Anyways, I'm gonna go wake up Alacane now.
Probably best not to. It's the middle of the night.
I'm gonna pat his shoulder and leave him thinking that I'm gonna go and wake up Alacane and even walk in that very specific direction until I'm out of his eyesight and then just beeline it to the factory.
Alright. You go and you beeline it to the factory, where I'm assuming everyone else goes, unless you guys go to a different spot.
EP.
I was going to pass the reins to someone else and hop out the cart and walk through the camps to see if there's anyone from Libertaria.
Alright, go ahead and give me either perception or investigation.
I shall do investigation.
Alright. You look around, and you find only a few but it looks like they're relatively more well-stocked than when you sent them off. Almost seems like they're more so setting out than coming in.
Gotcha. I'll probably walk up to one and ask them what's been going on.
So this one you recognize as one of the just one of the general peoples who owned one of the farms that were kind of around the area.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in hide armor. He's got himself what looks like a hatchet. He's got himself a rinky-dink little helmet. I'm actually just mostly going out to see what else I can find out there. I'm thinking of trying to find another spot that I can settle down, get some good farmland in. Thinking of heading west. I heard that despite the Shadelands being out in that area, a couple miles east of it, there's still some pretty good land.
Okay.
Oh,
And where are the rest of the refugees?
We all kind of split as soon as we got here. Some of us kind of stayed in pods with each other. A lot of them are still inside, as far as I know. But I'm not. I don't keep tabs on all of them. We all went ahead and we shared a drink on our first night here, made sure we were all set, and we kind of dispersed from there.
What about Annabelle?
Annabelle actually wasn't at the drinking party, so I actually don't know where she went.
And the man, is he still here?
I mean, he was at the drinking party, not for long. He retired early that night. He kind of pauses and he tries to think. I don't know, but I'd go ahead and check to see with the higher nobility. Chances are he went ahead and talked with them at some point.
Well, thank you, and I wish you luck.
And you, friend, again, thank you for all that you guys have done for us.
It was the right thing to do.
Aye, it was. And should you need us, should you need me, he kind of beats his fist against his chest. You can call on me.
Very well, friend. Stay easy.
I shall. And you as well.
I go towards
Aye.
the gates.
You go ahead and you go towards the gates.
The guards there, obviously same guards, yeah.
Yep, same guards, because this is like couple minutes after Draig left.
Gotcha. Which of the two is a higher rank?
You go and you look at them. They both look like they're the same rank. And you look around some, and you see that more kind of like patrolling around is the higher ranking one.
Okay. I call to the one patrolling around.
You go and you call them over. It looks to be a woman, probably closer to around her 40s, almost 50s. She's got herself a long sword at her side. Decorative, but functional, and her armor looks a little bit more adorned. She actually has a small shoulder cape.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you actually recognize this as like the equivalent of sergeants.
Okay.
What is it you need?
I pull out my warden badge, and I just say, would you mind if I ask you a few questions?
She processes it for a moment, and you can tell that she's trying to figure out exactly how to react. She stands a little bit taller, and kind of and nods to you. Of course, Warden. What is it you need?
Oh, I love this fucking badge, dude. A few days ago, a somewhat large caravan full of refugees from the town of Libertaria came through here, led by a person named Annabelle inside of a armored cart.
I recall reports.
What were their numbers?
I mean, as far as the report goes, It was somewhere in the. I want to say the report said roughly 30.
Hmm. Was there a man? Was there a small? Was he a gnome or a halfling?
If you're talking about Haggins, he was a gnome.
Was there a prisoner that was escorted to you?
Not to me particularly, but it's not like. Shall thinks for a moment.
By the name of Haggins?
I believe I do recall something like that.
Do you know where they ended up taking him next?
As far as I'm aware, mostly taken up towards the military and noble districts. Honestly, I'd probably speak with Elfain about it in the morning. He's the one who handles the day stuff. I'm the night person.
Very well. And I stick my hand out for a handshake.
She grasps it as well, and it is like a firm grasp.
Yeah, a firm grasp back. And I shake her hand and I go, "You're doing very good out here. Keep the city safe."
I will try my best. You as well, Warden.
And I let go and I walk inside.
All right.
But before I do, I stop and I look over at the young guy. And I eye him up and down.
You eye him up and down. He seems confused and kind of like leans away a second.
I pretend to open my cloak, pretend to write something down, take another look at him, and then walk in.
He looks a little bit more alarmed, and then looks to the other guard, who you can tell is trying to stifle laughter. What is your passive perception?
21.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though you get out of like visual distance, you hear ever so slightly, "Ooh, you're in trouble," followed by clang.
Very nice. You said it's midnight, yeah?
It's around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, around that point.
So just about, peak hour.
Roughly.
How full are the streets at the moment? I assume pretty...
Well, it's
pretty thin.
10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty thin, yeah?
Pretty
If
thin,
anyone at
if anyone. Mostly, all you can see are the very small lights in the distance of patrolling guards. Occasionally, you see probably some rapscallion, some ne'er-do-well, just kind of darting around.
Would I happen to know, with my mingling of nobles, if there's a district where they keep noble guests?
Mostly, they would keep them around. They'd keep them around the noble district, closer to the military district, especially if they're like an honored guest or someone that is to be expected.
I'm gonna head over to there.
All right, you go and you head off in that direction. And what of the rest of you?
So I'm still in the cart with Grindhelm and the rest of the refugees. So the plan was to bring them to our factory, right? And house them for the night before we can talk to Elfain?
We're turning it into a sweatshop.
Elfain did not agree to that.
It
But-
was a possibility if they were overflown.
Yeah.
Pretty much the ones who are of working age, Draig offered them a job.
Was the map supposed to reload?
Yes, because I changed it to an image of Dalago Delay.
Oh. I see black.
Do you guys see it or no?
I see black.
All right, give me a fucking minute.
I see a red map.
I see a
and
sensor
want
bar.
to paint
Paint
it
it.
black.
I was about to go to the
horse
old
down
market
the street
and
with
go
the
bury.
pig
I have
in
the image now.
puddle.
Okay, there we go.
So pretty.
Some chickens cross the road and we still don't know why.
Yeah, so I'm gonna begin the cart with Grinhelm. I'm going to follow them to the factory, make sure everybody's situated. If anybody still has wounds, heal them.
Alright.
I am eeping in the second cart, so I guess I am going with them.
Yep.
I might try to find. Based on the time, I don't think any place is gonna be open, but I'm gonna try to find spare like bedrolls or anything that can be used for bedding.
Alright. It's difficult to find enough for everyone to have a comfortable bed, but you're able to kind of situate people for the most part to have a not terrible sleeping experience.
Alrighty.
Here, I wonder how this is actually gonna look real quick. What if I... Does this go like black for you guys, or just really dark?
Really dark.
Okay.
I think
It's
this.
a shit.
Yeah, it's a shade.
Okay, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. I just wanted it to be reflective of the fact that it was nighttime.
Mhm.
Okay.
It is a street for night.
I have thought of a relatively important question that I'm going to need to ask when you're done with this.
Alright. Well, I mean, Draig, you did catch up with the cart to the factory, so at this stage you are there as well.
Okay. So is there a noise curfew?
You would know that, not like a noise curfew, but it's generally considered a bit dickish if you're loud in the middle of the night.
How close are our closest neighbors, and are they other factories, or are they housing?
It's a little bit of a mixture. It's almost like more like it's like buildings that were used for whether it be creation or like workshops of some sort, that some of them are disused, some of them are used like as repurposed housing. You do know that right down the road from you is Alacane's office.
Yeah.
So that's one of the buildings. But yeah, you're not devoid of neighbors, but you're not packed with them.
So if I were to say sniff through the night until I passed out, would that be too much noise?
You would probably upset someone. Whether they would confront you or not, you're unsure. But more than likely, you would upset someone. More than likely, the people that are inside of the factory.
That's a fair point.
I'm not going to stop you from doing it, but that's the situation that it would be.
I'll wait till a little bit into our stay here to do what I was going to do.
All right. And so, Elfain, is there anything particular you're going to be doing after setting them up?
I don't really think there's much I can do. I would check in with like the clinics I was working at in our other downtime, just to see. Like, they're probably closed, but just to see if they are open, if they need help with anything. But if not, probably also bedding down for the night.
All right. You do spend. How many clinics do you want to try and visit? Because this is still a very large city.
Probably
if you
just
check-
the closest ones to the factory for now, probably.
Yeah. All right.
Because I can
So
always
you go
check
ahead
in with
and
the other ones tomorrow, technically.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and say that you spend maybe about an hour or two kind of circling around, checking in with some of the clinics. Only one of them seems to be open this late at night as kind of like an emergency care giver. But the person who answers the door is not someone that you recognize.
Oh.
And is almost this tall, burly figure who, at first you think it's like You're familiar with what a werewolf and a werebear are, and were creatures. At first, you think it's some sort of were creature, but then you realize it is simply an extremely hairy man whose it's almost like the hair from his head kind of comes down onto his face. But he looks at you. He has this very large jaw that's kind of got a couple of like tusks kind of poking out. He looks annoyed. But what's your passive insight?
My passive insight?
Yeah.
Pretty high. One moment.
I need a number.
My passive insight is 22.
You can tell that this is just his general face. He looks aggressive and he looks annoyed, and his eyes look sharp. The rest of him almost makes you assume, like, general dumb brute, but there's almost something more in his eyes, as if he's actively analyzing you.
Alrighty.
After about a moment or two of silence as you're taking this in, is there something you want?
Yeah, I was just checking in with the local clinics. I just returned back to Dalago Delay. I was seeing if anybody needed help before I bed down for the night.
What's your name?
Elfain.
Alright. Well, some of the clients that you helped last time are doing better. Some of them have been discharged. Not many new clients that stick around a lot, mostly small injuries. Your services won't be needed tonight, ma'am.
What's the general vibe I get off of how he's... is he being truthful with me is what I want to know.
Give me an insight check.
Alright. Because if he's being truthful with me, then I will leave and go to bed. But if he's not, then I will be barging in to make sure everything's okay.
You're a very aggressive person.
Aggressive feeling.
I value this clinic. 16.
She's learning.
This is a random ass clinic you helped.
Yes, I must make sure it stays helped.
It's
I'm
16.
bringing the clinic down to the ground tomorrow, fuck you.
As far as you can tell, he is telling the truth.
Okay. Alright. Well, thank you for your time. And I reach out for a handshake.
He kind of reaches down, and at this point, you haven't seen his hands. As he reaches down, it's almost like they're clawed as he grabs onto your hand. And, like, there's a little bit of a squeeze before he actually relaxes his grip a little bit, seeing how small your hand is compared to his.
Okay.
And he gives you a gentle shake before retracting his hand.
Okay. Alright. I say not good day. Good night to you. And I return to the
Good
factory.
evening to you, man.
Yes.
You turn around and you leave.
Yes.
Alright, you return to the factory.
As long as the patients are being taken care of, Elfain is happy.
Alright. Elena, real quick, is there anything that you're gonna want to be doing?
How long have I slept at this point?
In terms of like proper eep, you've only been sleeping, I want to say, for probably at this stage, as Elfain finishes that round, probably about 2 hours, because it's not super easy to get restful sleep, even though it is just a trance.
So now
yeah, in about 2 or so hours, then you'll be up, and it'll be like midnight, 1 o'clock, and you'll be fine.
I will keep even. I have a plan for when I wake up though.
Super EP, gotcha. Alright. Mitch.
I just sent you a message.
Oh, shit. Oh, you did. The Elfain also sent me a message.
I did.
Oh, indeed you did. Maybe next time. Indeed you may, Mitch.
Okay, because the thing is I've had a line of 50 bodies following behind me. The
You took-
orcs with the magic rope. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, I forgot
So you-
about that little detail.
So you've probably been getting some looks, but no one's questioning you.
I think
Out
we
loud, at
all
least.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I kind of.
Oh god, I just realized I met him like this. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Question it.
I'll go ahead and I'll interpret it like this. He had the orcs. You guys met Elena, and then this is the first that, or at some stage, Elena probably would have seen around the cart. Orcs just strapped to an underside of it.
Don't forget they do have blankets over them.
They do have blankets. So there have just been these odd, lumpy things.
Oh no,
Then.
she knows their bodies. We would have told her their bodies.
Oh well, there you go. You're fully aware that there have been like a shit ton of orc bodies that you guys have been dragging with you, covered, but you know it.
Glad I'm not one of them.
Am I allowed to incinerate the bodies in the forge?
No, they're with me currently.
So dragging
Or-
through the town
They're floating.
Bring out your dead!
is a shit ton of orcs that are covered. So it's this really weird floating centipede of cloth.
Anyone who questions it with authoritative stuff, I just show them the warden badge.
I'll go ahead and say make a persuasion check.
I feel like you shouldn't have that.
Yeah. Okay. They still question the shit out of you, but not verbally. They give you a couple of questions. You do what you can to prevent them from looking under the cloth, but they're very much left wondering, and you're almost confident that this word will spread fairly quickly. Of course, it's the middle of the night, so it's not going to spread right now, but probably going to hear something about a man dragging cloth through the middle of the night.
Doesn't bother me.
Alright.
He's just hooking up a clothesline.
Rumors are rumors. I know what I'm doing.
But so you go ahead and you make your way to the to your desired destination.
I knock on the door.
Now, is this his home or his office?
Most likely home.
All right.
That actually brings up a question. Mitch had previously never been to his house, only Draig had.
No, I have.
Whose house do you think he's going to, Tyler?
I don't know. Mitch had never been to his own house, so.
Mitch's house doesn't exist here.
Fuck you.
Mitch is homeless?
Yeah.
Don't worry. Elena will learn in character.
Oh no.
More trauma dumping.
Yay.
Fuck no.
Fair enough.
But you managed to go ahead. Yes, Dev, I am capable of doing that.
All right, I'll send it to you.
I'm not doing it now. But
Well, you don't have to right now. I'm gonna send it to you for when you have time.
Okay. But you go and you get to his house. The lights are off as one would expect.
Yeah.
So what do?
I knock on the door.
You go ahead, you knock on the door. No
And,
immediate response.
I take my helmet off, put it under my arm, and leave my hood back. And then
Alright.
I knock even harder on the door.
Alright. It goes from more of a knock to a little bit more of a bang. And a few moments later, the door unlocks and opens. And you see hastily thrown on, but still a little bit of effort put into it, this almost like presentative sleepwear of Alakane. He very much has sleep in his eyes as he's looking to you. Yes.
So I've caught you at a bad time.
It is the middle of the night. I'm glad to see you alive. Are you the only one alive? He's waking up a little bit more, and he seems a little bit questionable and hesitant.
Yes.
Of the little group that I'm with currently, I am the only one alive. Out of my companions, they have survived.
Okay, you couldn't have led with that.
I just motion to the bodies that are floating behind me.
Kind of looks behind you. And what are those?
This is the Warthog tribe. Everything has been confirmed.
I'm sorry?
We have destroyed the tribe. Subjugated them, killed them. The town of Libertaria is saved. The refugees have been here for a little while now.
Allow me to do a quick knowledge roll.
Hey, out of character, I'd like to point out that Mitch was there for the confirmation that this was not the whole tribe.
Oh god, the old question mark on question mark.
Alright. That's... So it is no longer a problem for the city.
Not a big problem. There's still scouting parties out there. But
And the rest of the...
Tyler, shush. You're not there.
But from the camp that we ended up raiding, there were no survivors except for the children that we brought back with us.
You brought children.
Yes.
And where are they?
Currently at the factory, I presume. They're going to need paperwork to become citizens.
They're going to become citizens.
Yes. They're innocents. And they were born in that camp. They don't deserve the life that was there, so I decided it'd be better if they were to come here and try and live a life in modern society.
I mean, I'm not going to deny them that, but
I would hope
I don't
not.
know. I don't know if that paperwork's in my purview.
No, but you can get the papers for me and I can handle the rest.
I mean, I can try, but sure.
And because the mission details of why we went to Libertaria are kind of not for daylight hours, I ended up coming to your abode, bringing this. And I pull out the documents along with the rope, as motion to, this is the evidence that we have towards what was going on there.
Alright.
A prisoner should have been escorted here by the name of Haggins.
Yes, I recall.
Has he been put to death yet, or is he still alive?
Well, he's still alive. We're working on questioning him. We have him held and bound.
Ah, okay. Well, all the information that you need for his treason against the Principality is in here. All the notes relating between him and the tribe itself on killing them, along with setting up, killing the people in Libertaria, and then setting up ways to invade Dalgodale and take the territory from the prince or king.
Well, this will be very important information for us to have.
Yes, I suggest you take the time and get dressed, because we will have to go to your office. Unless you want me toting around these orc bodies.
Please do not tote around the orc bodies.
I'll wait here.
Where do you expect me to keep them?
Well, that's not a part of our deal, so you'd have to figure that one out.
Mitch! You have what? Why is it problem after problem you drop in my lap?
You hired me for the problems after problems after problems. Remember, most of the problems that have been handed to us by you or fake you have been to either get us killed or for us to kill.
I did not expect you to bring back the entirety of the quarry.
It's evidence.
Here. Alright.
Would you rather
well,
me handle the bodies or Draig handle the bodies?
At this point, I don't know. Let's find a place to put them.
Your office. Unless you want people to find them in your home, then that's a whole ordeal.
Fine, we will bring it to my office. Give me about 10 minutes to get ready.
Alright.
Don't add anything to the pile. He got a points to it.
I am a man of justice, sir. If it happens, they deserved it. And then I put my helmet on.
It's his justice vision. When the helmet is on, he enacts justice.
Kate Batman.
I start chanting. I start doing Egyptian chants like Dr. Fate.
He steps away, closes the door behind him, and about 10 minutes later, he's in more presentable wear. All right,
Very nice.
let's go down to the office.
Lead the way.
You guys go down to the office, and the bodies are stashed, and by stashed, they are placed in the corner of his office, and the desks of the people who work there have been pushed away from the pile.
Is it a fun wake-up call when they fucking clock in the morning? What the fuck?
There's just sticky note on all the desks. Just ignore the bodies.
Yeah, it's a little sticky note on the door outside. Just like, what the fuck is this? Huh?
I will go ahead and I will store the paperwork safely within my desk, and it will be handled in the morning.
Okie dokie. You're not a clone, are you?
I am not a clone.
Are you sure?
As
I get
far
real
as
close to him.
As far as I'm aware, I am not a clone.
Previously, he only had to worry about Draig invading his personal space.
Insight check.
Give me an insight check. 24. He seems to be telling the truth.
Pat him on the shoulder. It's good to see you again, Hercules.
I am going to gorge you.
I wave to him as I shut the door behind me.
You shut the door, and you make your way back to the factory.
I'm gonna see what time it is real quick. What time is it?
So at this stage, it's probably close to about midnight, 1 o'clock.
What shift does our mage and bruiser friend from the police station work on?
You're not actually sure. You spent a lot of time working, kind of like, not with them specifically, but kind of on and off in like all of your training.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to have shifts. It almost seems like they operate more like freelancers, or at least go as they please. But they have proper like clearance and employment paperwork. Just they don't seem to have set shifts.
They're like detectives.
Yeah, they just kind of do their work when they do their work.
Alright, I'll walk past the way, and if there are lights on inside, I'll stop and say hi and then go to the factory.
Alright. You go ahead and you stop by the general offices, You see that there are a couple of like lights on through the windows through like candles, but you don't see them. It seems to be people working late at night on some paperwork. And then you hear from behind you, "Is there something you needed?"
Is it who I think it is?
Yes, it is the shorter, cloaked one of the two.
Hey.
It seems you're back.
Yeah. I don't know how much you specialize in voodoo magics of sorts, but some oddities were about on our trip. I would like to discuss with you when it comes to a few things. It involves the safety of the kingdom primarily, but
Perhaps it would be
also-
best if your companions were to join us for such a discussion.
yeah, not right now. Just a heads up. I wanted to say hello. I feel a final interrogation with your assistance would be greatly appreciated for a recent prisoner within the city.
I'm sure I could pull some strings to speak with Haggins.
Oh, so you know who I'm talking about.
I know lots of things. They haven't let me near him yet, but I'm sure with your persuasion that we can get something going on.
I love working with you guys. It's amazing. You have a good night. Rest well.
You have a good night as well, Mitch. Tell your new friend to come by and introduce herself.
I will. Oh, hey.
Yes.
What's your opinion on the orphanages in the city?
Some good, some bad. Never really know which one will be which until you've caught a bad egg from it.
Have you seen the caravan that came through for me?
I have.
The one that my people came through on?
Now you'll need to clarify more.
My group.
Your
my little
your
caravan.
group. Yes, I'm aware of it.
The orc children?
Yes.
What do you recommend? I plan on getting the paperwork to make them citizens.
That paperwork is beneath a warden as yourself, and he gives a deep, exaggerated bow. I will make sure the paperwork gets handled. They will go to a suitable place. All I will need is 50 gold from you to essentially pay the fees.
Understood. In my inventory, what the fuck? I don't even have my gold down. I don't even think I have gold.
Broke bitch.
How much would a red dragon scale go for?
Previously.
I know you guys ended up separating the gold from the horde.
We did. Let me see if I can find my other notebook. Because I think I wrote it down.
Because it was after my sheet got touched.
Yeah, I think I put it in the chat too. I don't know how
The
far
chat,
back,
as
though.
in the Discord chat?
Yeah, I don't know how far back though it was, but I'm pretty sure after we separated the loot, I posted it.
I'm pretty sure you did, yeah. Let's see. You guys got the loot a couple of sessions ago.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm
Was it
gonna look
before
for
or
my
after
notebook.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, you found it?
I found where he listed out the stuff.
Okay, let me see if I can find my other notebook then, because I think it was in my other notebook.
So yeah, I've got all of the gems that are listed out that are all worth 100 gold each. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the actual gold.
Oh yeah, one moment. Let me see if I can find my other notebook.
Alright. Either way, you have an amount of gold that, or did you guys decide to give it to the people?
We
Good
might
question.
have gave it, or a portion to him.
Either way, a red dragon scale could probably cover the cost.
Yeah.
I have found Elfain's ancient notebook. I'll let you know when I find the gold.
I take out all 3 of them, and I look to him, and I go, I think this will be able to cover most of it. Along with giving them proper dwellings, clothes, food, insurances.
That can be arranged. Are we looking to get them situated as one whole family, or am I going to get them set individually?
A family.
Then so it shall be.
I appreciate it.
Don't worry. You'll be able to pay me back.
You want the magic rope then?
He kind of thinks for a moment. I think it'd be more fun if you kept it.
Gotcha. My next offer was going to be some magic fuel, but I'll save that for maybe a next time thing. And I walk off.
You only get a couple of steps away when you hear, interesting. And you don't hear him walk off. You don't hear a whoosh, but you look back and he's gone.
Creepy motherfucker.
I found the...
Don't lie, you love him, Mitch.
Oh yeah, no, I say it with a smile.
I found the money.
Yeah?
It was 9,000 silver.
For everyone or per person?
That was for everyone. I don't have the split amount written down.
Well,
Well, then go ahead and math out equal distribution for everyone.
Yeah, hold on. So there was, at the time, we split it between 4, right? Yeah, so...
Which I'll go ahead and I'll get on Kun'Brin's sheet.
Alright, so it was 2,250 silver.
per person?
Per person, yeah. Here, I'm gonna write this down next to it either. 2, not either.
Mind you, 50 coins of any kind is a pound.
Yeah.
So you guys are lugging around a lot of fucking money.
Alright, and then it was 600 gold each.
Okie dokie.
And, alright, so there's 32.5 platinum each, so...
So it's going to be 32 each, with 2 people getting 33.
Alright, who wants
I'll
33?
take 32.
Alright,
Give Cuckoo 33.
alright. And then who else wants the 33? Because there's 2 people.
Give it a Draig.
Alrighty.
Unless you want it.
I think I'm fine either way.
Okay. No, get out of here. You've done nothing.
You weren't
I
with us,
actually-
yes. You were still in
How
a
much
tree.
am I getting?
You now actually owe us.
Are you gonna add it to
Using
all
our
our sheets,
supplies.
Justin, or do you want us to add it ourselves?
Well, and I just added it to Kun'Brin, so you guys can go ahead and add it to your own sheets.
Alright, so... If I just do plus, will it add it for me? Or do I have to...
You should be able to do it. Most of the boxes end up doing that.
Alright, mine didn't. I have to actually add it up and change the amount. Sadness.
I started at 0, so it wasn't an issue.
Green kind of did a lapse of thing there. Was I getting a 32 or a 33?
33 platinum.
Okay.
And then in the morning, if you guys want, you guys can convert it to its highest amount to have less coins, but you guys will be carrying around a lot of platinum.
And?
I'm just saying, it's entirely up to you guys.
I'm not
Justin,
gonna-
I already ruined one city's economy before we destroyed the city for our own advantage to go and kill the orcs. I dropped like 5 platinum in Libertalia.
Alright, my money has been updated.
All right. All right.
Does my apprentice have lodgings in the factory, or does he have his own place?
He has his own place because not everyone's gonna live where they work.
No, I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, he has his own place.
Alright. Yeah, imagine not being able to wake up and go right to work.
Imagine living a life.
It's quite nice rolling out of bed and then just starting work.
Imagine living.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Dragons?
But you guys, is there anything else that you guys wants to do tonight before you guys wake up in the morning?
I did.
Yes, you did. So roughly actually the time that Mitch gets back to the factory, Elena, you awaken out of your trance.
So I'm gonna climb out of the cart because I'm assuming no one moved me.
Oh, you
More
were
than
sleeping
likely.
in the cart?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna notice all of my new compadres are no longer in said cart.
Mm-hmm.
No, this factory that we went to. Is the cart inside of the factory or is the cart outside of the factory?
The cart would be outside of the factory because it can't fit inside of it. At least not unless you guys put it through like the big back doors of it. But that's also where Draig's forge is, so you probably would have broken shit. So it's outside, but it's pretty much right next to it.
Okay. And is everybody sleeping inside?
There's like camps and little sleeping bags everywhere, so yeah. I am awake though.
Yeah, when you hop out of the cart, you see that Mitch is like just about to go into the actual factory.
I'm going to follow suit and I guess go inside, try to figure out where everybody went.
You go inside, and oh look, there's everyone. And by everyone, it's everyone. Like it is all of the orc children and teens, and there is Grindhelm, there is Elfain, there is Draig, Kun'Brin previously was somewhere, but now he is awake and trying to quietly work on guns in the corner.
What percentage of people actually have sort of beds?
Probably the main members of the party, and probably the younger of the children.
Grindhelm also has a bed.
A bed of dynamite does not count.
Yes, it does.
Motherfucker.
Because if a bed of dynamite doesn't count, then what the fuck is Draig sleeping on?
Dirt.
Can I tell what she's thinking?
I don't know. Give me an insight. It's gonna be a pretty high DC because that's mind reading.
Can't read my fucking brain. What the hell?
22. You could. I'll say you can tell that she's analyzing the conditions around here. You can't tell exactly what she's thinking, but you can tell that she's analyzing all the people and the conditions of the building.
I swear to fuck if I have a grove suddenly in my forge.
I look at her. I make eye contact if I can. While I take my helmet off.
Yep.
And I reach into my pocket and I pull out a single platinum and I toss it over to her, and loud enough to where she can hear it, but still soft enough to where it's a whisper. I go, "If it's not up to your liking, you can find an inn."
She's gonna I'm gonna attempt to catch it. Do I have to roll to see if I catch it?
No, it's simple enough. He's right there. You do catch it. It does seem like it comes out of nowhere as you're kind of focused on other things, but you do catch the glint of it, and you quickly catch it. And this is maybe the first time that you've seen a platinum coin.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's gonna kind of look at it weirdly. She has gold before, but she's never had this. She's kind of rolling it around in her hand, flipping it over, looking at
There's not one far from here.
Looking into the abyss. Yes, voice. No, but she's like, what is this?
It's platinum.
Kind of gives a face. You're like, oh. And she's
Yeah.
gonna.
Worth 50 gold. Form of
She's
currency.
I know what currency is. I just haven't seen platinum before. She's gonna take it and actually toss it back to him. But no, that is not what I was thinking.
Okay.
And then she's gonna do the thing that I messaged you about, Justin.
I don't get pings. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Okay, real quick, just for... Okay. So... Cap, what is your passive stealth?
My passive stealth is 13.
Okay. Mitch, what languages do you know?
Celestial, Elvish, Dwarvish, Common.
Okay. So, you hear Elena mumble something in a language that's reminiscent of Elvish, but not Elvish.
Sylvain.
You can probably recognize it as that, but you can't. Obviously, you don't know it, but you can. But you can probably identify it as being Sylvan. Kind of like knowing when someone's speaking Spanish, but you don't know Spanish.
Every day of my fucking life, Lord.
But as she mumbles this, there's a soft wind that, Mitch, at this point you do manage to catch the wind as an odd wind, given the fact that you're inside of a building and the windows are mostly closed.
Fucking air conditioning.
There's a faint wind that comes from the door, and you manage to see, slowly, all of the beds that, in their various states, almost buffet a little bit. They almost move and shift, and they get a little bit more plush. And there's a little bit of green, a little bit of moss, a little bit of gray, as there's almost like this decayed kind of half decayed, half living kind of bush feel that kind of plumps up all of the beds.
Okay.
I sent another message, by the way.
Yes, I see. That's why I said that they
Okay.
plumped up the beds.
I didn't do it yet.
Okay. So then everything begins to buffet a little bit. And then if you would like to
There we go.
There we go. There we
I
go.
can't place a thing, you go away.
Is my
Uh,
bed doing that?
You do see your bed off to the side. It is also plumped up for more comfort.
I use a 3rd level spell slot, remove curse.
You go
I'm killing
ahead.
everybody.
You go ahead. You go over to it and you try and slap it with a remove curse. As you do, the energy disperses, but nothing changes.
It's still plump.
Yes, it is still plump.
Alright, then I do another one since we had rest and do Dispel Magic.
All right, you go ahead and dispel magic. And yeah, dispel magic's 3rd level. You go ahead and you go over. You slap it once with remove curse. Nothing happens. You channel your energy again. Dispel magic. The bed. You almost kind of hear the drying and cracking of branches as the bed kind of settles back into its rough original shape and plumpness.
Right. And then I get the rest of my armor off and I climb to bed until morning.
All
Also,
right.
as I'm
I
doing
will
this,
too.
can I just like add some extra foliage around the place? Some moss grown on the wall.
Oh, you're gonna get executed.
Basically bringing the outside in.
You do manage to get some of that. It's a lot of the generalized moss of the building, and it's
She's making the mold grow.
the mold.
Spores.
But
Love it.
it does manage to kind of get a little bit of life into the area, and the air almost feels a little bit more vibrant, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, the area now looks like it's a small, I'm gonna say grove, but it's almost more of kind of like a mixture of industry and nature.
She's gonna. Her eyes are like glowing while she's casting this, by the way. And as it starts to settle, she's gonna find a patch kind of off by itself so she's not intruding on everybody else, but where she's going to then take another trance so she can gain this spell slot back.
Alright, I'll allow it for this instance because long rest, but in the future, for all players in general, you can only take one long rest every 24 hours.
Ah, shit, my bad.
So, so allow it now because it's just a flavor thing, but in the future,
My bad.
one long rest every 24 hours.
Also, did I get rid of my exhaustion point?
Uh,
Because I
After
finished
this
my
long-
Ikigai?
after this long rest, yes.
Okay, cool.
And so, before I totally pass over everything, is there anything anyone else wanted to do in the night?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right,
All good.
all right.
Wonderful.
Morning comes.
Ew.
You all awaken. Go ahead and take a long rest.
Yep.
Mitch, you are now allowed to get your head out of the gutter.
Oh, thank you. I totally needed permission.
Whoops.
Draig wakes up, sees plants in his forge. The fucking cat face meme.
There's so many cat face memes. Which one are you referring to?
Cat face meme.
What one?
Except on a cat. The surprised Pikachu into scared hamster into disappointed cat.
Ah, okay, thank you.
There you go. But I must meet with Elfain now.
To figure out.
Angie must meet Alakane.
Am I awake?
Yes. You guys, you guys
Because I
are
went to bed
all
a
awake.
little later.
Yeah. Technically, as per a long rest, you really only need 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of rest. So you're probably disturbed towards the tail end of your actual sleep, but it's still enough to get a long rest.
Okay.
So as long as you don't go fucking swinging at shit, you're fine.
Wee.
But yeah, you all get a long rest. You're all awake at roughly the same time.
Yeah. You know, there's just the upset look of, my forge is now green. Okay, bye.
I'd like to go over to Elfain and if she's awake.
Elfain is awake.
Yes, I am.
Draig leaves the premises.
Ignores. So is this Dalago Delay, the place that you guys were talking about?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Sweatshop? Building? What is this?
So this is our factory of sorts. Draig's making a blacksmith section. We haven't been able to do much with it yet since we've been out of town, but
Yeah, it looked terribly uncomfortable last
Yeah, I tried getting what betting I could, but with it being so late.
Understandable. I thought I'd, help out.
Yeah.
So, sorry if it's intruding, but hopefully everyone's had a bit more of a comfortable sleep.
Yep. Much appreciated.
But yeah. If it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna go in town, ask around, see if anyone's heard of my grove, maybe get some info.
Alrighty.
Careful who you talk to. I know a fantastic place that I can lead you to, where they have a good amount of information. And then I hand you the platinum. If you
Why
take
do you
this
keep
and you get some change, it'll help with you gathering more information.
Do you think I don't have money?
Yes.
I do.
How?
What do you mean, how?
You were in the Fey Wilds.
Yeah.
You still reek of it.
Uh-huh. I had money before I went in. The Fae don't really care. Well,
You probably won't
actually,
be worth
some do.
much.
Like, I had to hide my pockets whenever I came around some fucking pixies.
Well, this is a welcome here kind of present for you.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but alright.
Do exactly what I said.
I don't know what this is worth. You said make change. I don't know what this is.
It's a platinum. It's
Right.
worth 50 gold pieces.
That's the knowledge I needed. Thank you.
Mitch.
Mm.
What? 1 platinum is 10 gold.
My bad. 10 gold pieces. I thought
Stop
it was
gaslighting me.
50. I look around at all the kids, and I go pay attention to them, and I help get breakfast ready for them.
Alright.
I'm looking around like, you said it really?
I have responsibilities here too. I can't
Okay,
leave
alright.
immediately.
That's fine, but do you want help?
No. I can handle it.
As he walks off to start preparing things, I'm just gonna.
Alright. You go ahead and you cough nonchalantly into your hand, and boom, there are 10 berries.
I'm gonna start passing them out to, the younger ones that I can deem as younger.
I'm
I don't
making
know.
eggs.
I'm making eggs.
Alright. So good berries are handed out and eaten. Some of the lighter scrapes and bumps are immediately removed. And a lot of them are very much filled for the day.
Hey Justin, I sent you a link. I kind of want to try the stream
you
together.
You are not allowed to post links in my chat.
Well, that's
You
unfortunate.
have been issued your first warning.
Well, I'll do it again.
Whoa.
No, I'll send
Whoa.
it in Discord. No, I want to try the stream together thing
Hold on, why were you trying to send it in my stream chat anyway?
because
I feel like you just made this more complicated.
it's in Discord now.
Dev, what the fuck?
I just done that the first time.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I just want to see if
you
it'll
put
work.
it in the goddamn Mythrope chat.
I am struggling to flip between various windows. I've been trying to set this up. I want to see if it'll work.
Sorry, I have to open that up in Chrome. Give me a second.
Ew.
Yeah, cause
Ew.
I want to see if the stream together thing will work. Cause then you'll pop up in my screen, and then there won't be just a blank nothingness when you're narrating. There'll be you.
Well, don't worry, because I have a better solution, which is how mine works, and I even have a better solution if we all
Whoa.
get VTuber models.
Yeah.
And I can't even do your stream together thing because it needs Chrome or Firefox, and I have neither.
Boy,
Wow.
VTubers cost money? I don't got
No.
that shit.
I have my free shit that I'm using right now.
Well, send the link, bro.
I can't send a link. It's 2 programs you have to install, both of which
so
are on
you're
Steam.
gonna make me install viruses.
It's on Steam. Shut up. We're not talking about this right now. We have 10
Anyway.
minutes left. What are we doing?
Alright, so
Eh?
I'll ignore the stream together thing then. For now,
Yes,
I
don't
guess.
I had things I wanted to discuss with Alec.
All right. So, Draig, you go ahead. You move to Alicane.
Yep, checking his house and then the office, obviously.
All right. You go ahead and you make it to his house. He doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah.
You go and you go to his office. He is there, and there seems you don't go into the office yet, and you notice that there is somewhat of a disarray around. A lot of the employees are outside talking.
I'm gonna push past them in and go up to his office door.
So you go up, you open the door to get into the building proper, and
Yeah.
there's a pile of bodies in the corner.
Alec took my 18-year-old decoration method, I see. And I walk right past it.
You walk right past it, and Alicane's already in his office, hand in his head.
Is his office door open or closed?
It's open.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the wall.
How do I get out of the stream together?
Yes, he looks up to you. He
Hey,
already looks tired.
First of all, do you want me to do some disposal over there?
No, keep them there. Mitch brought them.
That means nothing to me.
Just leave them. I'll deal with it. What do you want?
Well, I was curious about a couple of things.
Go ahead.
One is, where would I go to acquire forms of employment?
He kind of sits up a bit and is confused.
I want
They-
to start hiring people for the forge.
I mean, there's no technical paperwork that's needed if you're doing a personal thing. If you're looking to create a business, that's an entire different thing.
Yes.
But if it's a small group, you shouldn't need employment forms. I think you can have a total of 6 employees, he air quotes, before you need to actually have paperwork for it.
Alright, well, I don't know how often I'm going to be able to work in it, so I would like to hire some other people to do so while I'm away. More than just the one schmuck I got there now. As good as he is.
Then sure. I don't deal in that paperwork, but you can go ahead and you can go up to the council building, and they'll be able to supply you with the paperwork.
Second of the handful of things.
Mm-hmm.
Would I go through you if I want to start my own little city, mercenary band for the city?
Okay. So, are we talking an adventuring group, or are we talking about making a mercenary thing?
A mercenary outfit to go and help out cities that have less money to spend on their military might.
So you're trying to create a guild.
Yes and no.
That sounds like a guild.
I mean, you can call it one, but I was thinking like a handful of trained or veteran soldiers. Send them out, help train the folks up, leave a couple soldiers there for a while, come back, repeat.
That's a guild, Drake. That is a guild.
You never taught me the difference between guild and band of mercenaries when you were fucking teaching me shit, so that's on you.
You and your friends are a band of mercenaries. Having enough of a force to be considered a force is a guild. So if you want guild paperwork for a mercenary guild, that would be a collaboration between myself and Mistress Nomura.
How much would it cost for this to happen?
He kind of thinks for a moment. We're looking at probably. It honestly depends on how large you want it to be. But just to get it set and in place, you're probably looking close to about 600 gold.
Right, so that is going to be a future endeavor.
Because it would be getting you essentially sanctioned to operate within the city, providing you with enough of a.
I kind of want to have it be able to be housed in the city, but operate throughout the entirety of the principality.
That's a bigger situation. You should start small.
Fair.
You cannot expect to have a little military outfit sanctioned here that will operate all over the country. Maybe eventually, because it's not unheard of, but you can definitely be housed here and operate around here.
I'll start out small as you suggest. Third thing, I need you and a recruiter for the military as some of the children I'm sure Mitch told you about. The children, quote unquote. They're adult by orc standards. Did express wanting to join a guard of some kind.
Is that God with an O or
Guard, G-A-U-R-D.
Okay, and he does enunciate that R like that.
Yeah.
Then, how old are they?
Some of them are 15, some of them are 18. Half orc adulthood.
Yes, then those ones will be fine.
Then I want to make you a gift for one, all the years I've known you and all the birthdays I've missed. I need to borrow your rapier to get the handle right.
Okay. Kind of reaches off to the side and hands you the sheathed rapier.
I will take it and then just immediately head back.
Good talking to.
Good seeing you.
He-
Shot that around the corner.
He puts his hand back, or he puts his head back in his hand and begins looking at whatever he was looking at on his desk. And you head back.
As soon as I get back to the shop, I'm going to start working on that rapier I talked with you in person about with the aluminum and whatever other metals I can.
All right.
I would like to attempt to, if I can, make it master.
We'll be able to go ahead and cover that between this session and next session. But
Yeah.
it's definitely not impossible, especially in general being a skilled smith in the first place.
Yeah.
It'll probably just end up taking. I'll have to look up the rules that I found on them before, but it's definitely not impossible.
I think you sent me the rules on them before.
Probably a very long time ago, but I'll find them again.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
That's all I want to do for now.
gotcha. So, food distributed, employer father figures bothered.
Mhm.
Elfain, are you doing anything specific?
This is everything. We're doing all this before we speak with Alicane?
Well, Draig already went off to speak to Alicane.
Oh, okay. So we're not doing that as a group?
Well, you guys still can. You just know that Draig fucked off. You don't actually know where he went.
Okay.
But what are you doing in the morning after you've had your discussion, your little discussion with Elena, and then Elena and Mitch started making food for people?
While they're making food, I'm gonna go make my rounds then at the clinics. Probably not all of them because of how big Dalago Delay is, but the ones I can get to in like maybe an hour or two, check in, see if they're all right, see what they need. try to get them what they need. Or at least make a note of it so that I can take care of that after.
Alright. You go and you make your rounds. It's like your regular rounds. You help a couple of people. Go ahead and kind of spend a little bit of time making a salve or two here, tying some wounds there. As you're walking across the street at one point, within the crowded kind of middle district of the market, you see a small flash of this bluish purple in the crowd, and it draws your attention enough to kind of look at it. And you see a familiar stern face. One that you haven't seen in a couple of months to years at this point. And just as you're about to call out, the figure disappears.
I rush toward where it was.
You rush towards where it was. He was no more than maybe 30, 40 feet away. You rush in that direction. No one's there. Or at least that figure isn't there anymore.
I look for any clues as to what, like, it could have been. Like, was I seeing things? Any sign that someone, was actually there?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Someone was here. Definitely someone was here.
Okay, so I'm not going crazy.
You're not going crazy. And the figure, as he was standing there, was looking directly at you with eyes that you very much recognize, but at the same time, don't. As if you knew this person at one point, but whatever they are now, you're not quite sure you know them anymore.
Huh.
And that's where we'll call the session.
Oh!
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. And how did we enjoy this session?
I had fun.
Really enjoyable.
I went to Eepy, I desecrated his sacred forge, and I fed kids drugs. I'm happy.
I mean, you didn't really desecrate the Sacred Forge. It was more so like you could have asked.
No, I fucking couldn't.
I couldn't ask because you were asleep.
That would be more rude.
But Justin, if I need to make a check, do you mind if I make it now?
I have to look up the rules, and I don't know what book it's in, and that could take a little bit.
Alright.
So I will inform you at some stage if a check is needed, or I'll just tell you what the requirements are.
Alright.
Depending on whatever the rules say.
Yeah.
Alright. But, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for playing. If you guys have anything else that you guys want to get done during your downtime, go ahead and message it to me, and I'm sure we'll be able to work it out.
Alrighty. The only thing I want to do before we end is confirm. Next session is supposed to be the 27th, but I think someone said they had plans.
Not to my knowledge, for us.
Not as far as I know.
We are all set. I think it was me, and I said we might have a Bandits game, but I was actually mistaken. It's the week after, so
Okay.
we are all set.
Alright, good. So our next session is the 27th, and this literally puts us back on our alternating schedule, so we'll be every other Saturday.
See.
Fantastic.
Yes. Good.
Alright. So, goodbye, everyone. Thank you, everyone who joined for watching, and thank you guys for playing.
See, Mitch.
It's been fun.
Thank you for having us.
I'll destroy
Good.
your walls.
I do
You
want to
can
try to
try.
get that thing figured out though, so that I can have even if it's the VTuber model thing, like you have with the Discord icons, I kind of want to have that set up for next session.
Don't worry, I know like 3 or 4 different ways that we can make it work, so we'll be able to go over the specifics if you decide to message me outside of D&D ever.
Alright, yeah. I
Well, I don't
do,
wanna do
kind
that.
of, sometimes, not often.
So, fare thee well, everyone.
Yes, fairly well.
Bye.
Thank you everybody for
Goodbye.
tuning in. Until next
Goodbye.
time.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.